I've known Coach Phillips, Mr. Stevie Phillips. I've known him for a very long time. Not telling his age, but he actually coached me when I was in high school. And I feel like the good Lord just opened the door. And when I started talking to Coach Phillips, and he basically said that he may have this position, the fact that he thought of me was humbling, because Coach Phillips he has a passion for kids, and he has a passion. Everything he does is to benefit these students and these kids here at Carolina Academy. And the fact that he thought of me was very humbling, and I was excited about it, and I'm just glad that it worked out, and I can't wait to get going.
Is this your first foray back into football kind of in the last few years? I know you've been in administration a little bit. What was the process like to kind of get back into?
Well, I never really basically got out of it. I coached the B team over at Johnsonville the last couple of years, the 7th, 8th, and 9th grade team. So I never really got away from it. I don't think that, a couple of years that I have spent away from football and not coaching, I kind of was like a fish out of water. To be quite honest with you, just kind of looking for things to do, and just kind of realize that, this is what I'm supposed to do. And I'm just glad to be back in it, and I'm just ready to hit the ground running.
Okay. All right. Just talk a little bit about Carolina Academy. I know you've mostly kind of been in the public school system.
Mm-hmm.
What's it going to be like, you think, kind of switching over to to the private school system, and obviously kind of everything that kind of goes with that?
Well, I mean, I don't think it's going to be, that big of a transition at all, especially when it comes to, coaching football and being around kids. Football is football,
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just ready to get here and, like I said, hit the ground running with these kids. Have been in the public school system for 28 years now, and but as far as kids are kids.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that the transition is going to be very smooth. And like I said, I'm just ready to get going. I'm still got a lot left in the tank, and just ready to come over here and hopefully get a winning culture established here.
Okay. What is just kind of the biggest challenge, for this team moving forward? That obviously, was in the state title game just a few years ago. What's kind of the biggest challenge to kind of get it back to that level?
Well, I think, again, you want to establish a culture that the kids want to be a part of. We want to have fun, we want to be a family, but we're going to work extremely hard, too. There's one thing that I shouldn't have to coach, and that's going to be effort. And I think our job as coaches is to get the very best out of each one of our athletes. And I think if I can come over here and I'm going to challenge these kids, just to give me your very best. And if you can do that, then everything else will take care of itself. And I think I've done that, where I've been, just challenge the kids to give me the very best that you can possibly give. And if they can do that for me, then everything else is going to take care of itself.
Okay. What can people expect, offensively and defensively, just kind of philosophy-wise, or is it going to be one of those things where you're going to have to maybe, tailor some things, to the personnel you have?
Mm-hmm. Well, and that's the biggest thing. I'm not going to put these kids in a position to where they're going to fail. We're going to do things that fits what we've got. I've always, been kind of the wing tee spread type guy, run a lot of motion stuff. But if we can't do that, then we won't. But certainly we're going to be simple. I want these kids to play. I don't want them thinking. I want these kids to play hard, play aggressive. And I think when you get football players thinking, they become passive football players, and that's the last thing we want here. So we're going to be simple, offensively, defensively, and we're just going to try to get after it.